Bricks and Minifig Saga is getting a finale by the likes of Coffeezilla, the internet's greatest investigative reporter, perhaps the only remaining investigative reporter out there. He got involved in this situation, and he found the $200,000 missing Lego. So let's take a look.
A $200,000 Lego collection went missing, causing a lot of you to ask me to find it. And after seeing the cops point guns at YouTubers, people get arrested and sued for $1.3 million, I decided enough was enough. This looks like a case for the internet detective, this time in the $10 million Lego studio. So I talked to every suspect involved. What I found shocked me. Okay, before we can find these missing Legos, let's give some background. A massive Star Wars collection was put on consignment at a Lego store called Bricks and Minifigs in Salem, Oregon. Consignment just means the owner, Brian Mansell, gave it to a store to sell, and he was supposed to get a cut when it sold. The entire time he made—
Chad, the reason why you can't hear us is because we're fucking muted. I love that chat immediately spammed way too dank and started spamming echo as soon as it happened. So then I muted us so that they don't fucking hear the feedback.
It's okay. I'm another streamer guest, I understand. I know you have normies on a lot that don't get it. The audio perverts will break. It's death by 1,000 cuts.
It's crazy.
Fingers and toes.
It's crazy. But it took like literally 3 seconds for them to immediately go, "You muted yourself! Hey, streamer!
Let it out.
You're muted!
It out, King. Let it out. Look what you did. Look what you did, audio perverts."
Oh my god. It's echo and muted, echo and muted, echo muted, muted, echo, echo!
Bro, if Elon really wanted to fuck your shit up, all he had to do is make a bot that just complains about your audio all day, and he might break your mind, bro.
I know. I'm not strong enough for this.
Just 100 bots that spam way too dank all day.
That's low-key. One of the things that people always talk about nowadays in the interviews that I keep doing is like, how do you deal with this shit? Like, you're getting attacked by governments, you're getting attacked by the entirety of right-wing media, and I don't have the heart to tell them that it's like
the audio perverts.
No, I don't have the heart to tell them that like I've tested my mettle in the worst marketplace of ideas. Twitch chat. I deal with fans. I deal with lovers. And fans, legions of admiring fans who make me want to fucking off myself every day. Okay, so I'm used to it. Israel's got nothing on you motherfuckers, bro.
Let it out. Let that shit out.
Chat is my biggest op.
They just want, listen, they're all wearing headphones, okay? Their ears are sensitive.
I know, dude, try having to entertain and educate 30,000 autistic man-children for one day, and you will understand quickly that New York Post got nothing on it.
Hey, women children and MB children too.
That's true. Thank you. Thank you for correcting me before they got to it.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you for correcting me before they got to it.
Damn it, Hassan. Can you be inclusive for once in your fucking life?
Anyway, let's continue.
Maintained ownership of the collection, and a social media post estimated it to be worth about $200,000. But then, on November 14th, 2024, everything went wrong. This was the night that Crystal and Ben Gorman, the prior franchise owners of the Salem store, got kicked out by this guy.
By the way, you can tell that the previous store owners were woke, and they wouldn't stand for this.
What would indicate that? The
eyebrow horns.
The eyebrow subdermal.
Because in Utah, it goes only in one direction. Like, if you're either some of the most base people,
right, or
you're literally you're a Mormon chud. And Reckless Ben and Brian Mansell got to see both sides of that world, you know? They got to experience both of those guys.
The cut when it sold. The entire time, he maintained ownership of the collection, and a social media post estimated it to be worth about $200,000. The night that Crystal and Ben Gorman, the prior franchise owners of the Salem store, got kicked out by this guy. That is Brandon Best. He and his partner Josh Johnson ran a sister store in Eugene, Oregon, and Brandon drove up that night to kick the Gormans out. Brandon and Josh would be taking over the franchise in Salem. And this is
very different vibes with the new ownership, if you notice.
Yeah,
that dynamic definitely persists here, you know? And people were saying that the previous bookstore, the previous owners of Bricks and Minifigs were like publishing anarcho-communist books and stuff. So
what?
That tracks. They look the part.
That's crazy.
They do look the part. I'm judging books by the cover, man. I'm doing it. I'm judging all the books by all the covers. Fuck it.
I actually feel so disheartened by this whole story because I don't know if you know this. My nieces are very into Lego. And we would go to a Bricks and Minifigs whenever I was in town. And I felt like a superhero.
It's BDS now.
Yeah.
It's not. You still go. There's different franchises.
I feel bad because like that was like a highlight for them every time I came out is we'd go pick out a set and build it together. But now I feel kind of dirty about it.
Nah, it's fine. It's still Lego at the end of the day. They literally said they left America because they thought Trump presidency would make them targets due to their publishing company. Oh my God. Oh, they are that based. Okay, that's fucking fire.
This is the exact moment the Legos go missing. As that store is getting handed over, the question is Brian's collection in it? Here's what the official Bricks and Minifigs press release
reads. Dope.
Yeah. Was Charlemagne nice to you?
Yeah, he was super nice.
That's crazy.
He said he's a democratic socialist.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know when they are gonna release it though. It wasn't live. It wasn't like one of the live tapings that they did. It was.
You have an echo. You have an echo.
I'm gonna kill
myself. Can you fix your sound? I'm
gonna turn on a video game for the first time ever, so I can kill myself in a video game. Chat. You're so funny. You're so funny. Is it way too dank? Is it way too dank? I'll show you something that's way too fucking dank.
What's up, please? Chat, please.
Oh my God, baited. Lol, Omega lol, we baited you.
Taking over the store, we discovered a small number of sets valued between $2,000 to $5,000 that could be possibly related to Mr. Mansell's collection. But there's a problem here. There should be over 10 times that amount in this store, given their internal records and what we know the estimated value of this collection was. So if corporate's saying there was only $2,000 to $5,000 in the store, something happened to these Legos. But what? In order to solve this case, let's think about the suspects. First, who was there that night of the handover? It's only 3 people. Crystal and Ben Gorman, the former franchise owners, and Brandon Best, one of the new owners. These are our 3 biggest suspects, but they aren't the only ones. I want to address a few other suspects.
Yeah, bro, this is the multi-billion-dollar compound where he's doing crazy.
The production on this one went crazy.
Yeah, he's got even Lego pieces. It's all coming together. Will's acting way too chill after crashing out on us every single one of his own streams for the last full year. Yeah, you deserve it.
That guy's never been in one of my streams. Fuck that guy. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck it.
I'm so patient with my chat. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, this is a different demon here.
At the very start here. First of all, maybe this is just all the result of, plain old thieves breaking in. What about that possibility?
Hi, I am Chris. I was the previous franchise owner who signed the collection agreement with Brian Mansell.
And I'm Benjamin Gorman. I am the silent partner who's really bad at being silent.
We did have a couple of break-ins at the store. None of Brian's collections were in the police report or stolen during those.
Okay, so the Gormans say emphatically it wasn't thieves, but if that's the case, what about the guy who was arrested? I mentioned at the beginning of this video, Reckless Ben. This is the YouTuber who started it all. With a documentary, I tracked down the thief who stole $200,000 of Lego. Maybe it's the perfect crime. Make a video tracking yourself. Now, for our theory, it's worth noting Ben is currently facing a RICO lawsuit by Bricks and Minifigs. He was even targeted with a search warrant for stolen Legos.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
The owner reported overhearing conversations about possible stolen Legos.
And on top of that, Reckless Ben was even accused of stealing the Legos by the current franchise owner.
I stole the Legos?
What do you think of the theory that it was Reckless Ben? He stole the Legos.
It's absurd. We didn't even know Reckless Ben. He had no interaction, no relation to us, no relation to the store. That doesn't hold any water.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Apologies to the genius cops in Utah who play different.
We play differently here.
But I don't believe that Reckless Ben stole the Lego, mostly because he couldn't. He just wasn't there that night, and I don't even think he knew about these Legos. But who does Ben suspect is holding the Legos since he did this whole documentary series?
The guy who runs the entire company, Neff. He personally came out to talk to us.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
I'm gonna add this. Hold on, there's no micro. Hold on, 1 second. One more second.
No, we're not.
You're not?
No.
Is that a lie?
No.
Okay. Oh no, there's dual audio. They're gonna be really fucking annoyed.
Oh God.
Hey, hold on, I'm gonna fix it. How do you fix this?
Oh God.
Maybe this. Oh, this is it. All right, fixed it. All right, we're good.
Chat, can you hear us?
Yeah, it should be good now.
Okay, I just wanted to clear the record. It's not lost on me that the main antagonist from this whole saga is called Neff and has the same facial hair I do. It's a really bad look for the Neff family.
It's a bad look for the D'Artagnan.
Real. Yeah.
It's a bad look for the D'Artagnan as well, I'll be honest. Echo, you're muted, mono audio, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's good now, right? I think it should be good now. I believe we fixed the fix me after that, please. I wish I could fix the entire chat in the same way.
All right. Okay. All right.
Okay. All right.
That's a lie. You did take the Legos.
There will be a little bit of echo, but it won't be as bad as it was before with the shotgun mic. Okay? Just so we're clear.
So we have our attorneys have visited, but like again. So who's
Brian Mansell.
Okay, and who's that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Never happened.
My name is Ammon McNeff. I am the CEO of the Bricks and Minifigs brand.
So my name is Matt McNeff. I'm the COO of Bricks and Minifigs.
Another McNeff?
You have a lot to account for.
This is really bad.
Yeah.
Oh God, this is really.
With the D'Artagnan beard mustache combo too, it's just fucking.
This is like if a family of pikers with small heads showed up and started besmirching your name.
I know.
I might never recover from this.
Nope, you're fucking cooked, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
We the Neffs do not endorse the behavior of the McNeffs. It's a separate red-headed tribe. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just putting the mic somewhere better.
Okay.
So they can, so that it's,
nice.
Not falling off my chest. I have a large head, so we would make a normal-sized head babies. Oh my God, half the chat is horny, and the other the other half is horny for pain.
The best part is I feel like that was probably a dude too.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
I feel like that's just a gay man being like, I got a big head, you got a small head, let's...
Mpreg.
Yeah,
Mpreg.
let's do some Mpreg.
Mpreg. We'll move this here. Okay, boom.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, fix the camera and everything.
Yep.
What do you think of the flamingo revolution currently happening in Albania? Trump's daughter bought an island in Albania. I am not going to be talking about that right now, but yes, I've seen it. More power to the Albanians.
The people you just saw are the McNeff brothers. They agreed to speak with me to try to clear their name. I asked them, do they have the Legos?
What I can tell you is that we don't have it. We've never had access to them.
It seems to kind of go missing. Parts of it seem to go missing on November 14th.
Well, and I guess that no, not at all. I'm going to say, that is not accurate at all. Because
so you think that the collection was in the store at the time or elsewhere?
Elsewhere. When you look at Mansell's own words that he reiterated to a podcast last year, he explicitly stated to another podcaster, the sets were moved off-site for security.
The collection will not be stored on site after.
Dude, why is it the biggest heist of all time? I don't even understand. Just give the fucking Legos back. Like, what? Am I crazy? Why? This became such an incident for no fucking decipherable reason. I don't understand why these guys in the middle were just like, oh, we'll hit a lick here. And that lick was $200,000 worth. That's grand larceny.
Yeah, I don't know why this has gotten so out of control, especially because Reckless Ben gave them so many opportunities to just be like, hey, we actually, they were in the back of the storeroom. Like crazy random happenstance, but I feel like it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Legos are big money. Yeah, but this is a multi-million-dollar company, man. It's not like, I don't think they're nickeling and diming in this one store. Maybe I'm wrong, but 200K is like 2 Lego sets? Okay, dude, I don't think Lego inflation
No, it's like 2 Warhammer sets.
Yeah. Okay, well, I feel like the Strait of Hormuz is closed, but I don't think it ruined the Lego market or the Warhammer market that bad.
Right.
Yeah, Mormons never admit when they're wrong. I don't think this is like a Mormon thing either.
For security reasons, and after Sunday, the sets will be available for purchase but stored elsewhere.
Now, one thing that's been a big subject of the Bricks and Minifigs kind of story is, hey, there are these off-site locations. Can you address what that is? Is that true?
So the off-site location in the letter that that corporate is referring to is the original press release that we released when we were launching the collection. In that press release, because we had previous break-ins, I specifically included the location that after this weekend, those Legos would be stored off-site to deter any future thefts.
This is actually kind of crazy, and I don't know if you've been tracking this at all, but collectibles, like high scale, like heists of expensive collectibles has been absolutely exploding, particularly in Los Angeles, where like almost every Pokemon hobby store in the greater Los Angeles area has been robbed within like the last 2 years. And there's one in Sawtell that was robbed. They stole like $200,000 worth of stuff. They redid all the security, blah, blah, blah. The next time they robbed it, they threw a brick through the second story window and then used like ninja grappling hooks to scale the facade of the building to rob Pokemon stuff from them.
I don't even understand. I don't even, dude. I mean, I guess, you know, you got to get it wherever you can, huh? It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a crazy phenomenon right now. I think it's just because it's so valuable and people understand the value, and it's like these stores that sell hobby stuff aren't used to having like inventory that's like millions of dollars.
Yeah, shout out Logan Paul. Overnight, he just made these hobby stores into viable targets.
Briefly stored off-site after that launch weekend while I bought safes for the back room, and then they were moved back into the store.
Okay, so for most of the
not all of us can work, and not all of us can stream. We have to work for a living. Yeah, work to fucking rob hobby stores at gunpoint.
High value Lego heists.
I mean, I was talking about how we got to get back to like, you know, cool heists. I didn't realize that. I meant like, you know, like Ocean's 11. I didn't realize we were doing Ocean's 11 to fucking Bricks and Minifigs.
Can you imagine if they did like, instead of the Italian Job, they did the Johto Job, and it's just a heist movie where they steal Pokemon cards?
Yeah, they just go up to counters and cash registers and they're like, give me all the Pokemon cards.
We could use Christian as the grease man. You know how in Ocean's 11 they have a grease man who's like all bendy?
Yeah. We can put him in a bag. In a
bag?
That's what they did to the
What the fuck?
That's what they did. In Ocean's 11, that's what they did.
He's in a crate, bro. He's not in a bag.
I thought they put him in like a roller backpack or something. Am I misremembering?
I thought you meant like a tote bag.
Yeah.
We'll put him in a Trader Joe's tote.
Fuck it. We'll put him in a tote bag. He can fit. We can make it happen.
The sets were in the store after y'all got the safes in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so Ammon McNeff suspects that a lot of the Legos weren't there that night. And then on the other hand, we just heard from Crystal and Ben Gorman explaining the off-site story, saying that later they no longer use those off-site locations. But what do we really know about the Gormans? They are the former franchise owners after all. I mean, shouldn't we be suspicious of everyone? They're one of our key suspects. They were there the night we lost Brian's collection. They were the creators of the consignment deal after all. And one group in particular is pointing their finger at them very hard. It's the McNeffs who say they were behind on payments.
We started getting calls from the landlord letting us know that Crystal was behind on...
What if the McNeffs are the main villains of the story, by the way?
Yeah, dude, it's not looking good for the McNeffs.
Yeah, because they're playing this sweet role right now. Like, oh, look at me, I got the D'Artagnan. My last name is McNeff. I'm not a scary guy. I'm here to reveal everything to you. And then you find out that they were actually doing a rounding error or some shit at the end.
Fuck, they're just
they were the main villains all along. I mean, he has a mischievous mustache.
They're turning on the old McNeff charm.
This is the mustache of a man who's capable of tremendous mischief. I'm just saying.
Let's not come after. It's not the mustache's fault.
I don't know. It could could be the mustache.
And it's not the family name.
It feels like the mustache is controlling him.
Let's
He's become
not
more
let a
mustache
few
than
bad
man.
apples.
Chud the Builder too.
Okay, come on.
I mean, how many examples do you need to see him prominently display in media?
Okay, this is
the lease payments at the location. We had also gotten a couple of notices from some of our vendor partners that bills had not been paid by the store, and so we felt pretty strongly that there was going to be a risk of her just, you know, like attempting to file bankruptcy, doing some of these other types of things which we've had franchisees do in the past, and that's problematic. So that's why we sent him up there to take some video footage. So we needed to just be prepared if we needed to do a hostile takeover, which, you know, like can happen in franchising, where a franchise owner just, you know, kind of tries to steal inventory and do some different things that way.
Okay, so Bricks and Minifig's story is that they were worried about the Gormans skipping town, so they sent Brandon Best as a secret shopper on October 24th, 2024. This is weeks before the takeover. Brandon takes a video of the store condition in preparation for this handover, but at this point, Brandon does not announce himself to Crystal Gorman. Later, though, on November 14th, once again, the same concern about the Gorman stealing or theft was expressed by the McNeffs.
Brandon was trying to make sure that they weren't taking things from the store, and so he was kind of trying to make sure that he wasn't putting things, you know, like hiding things in the back, and that he, like, and while he was watching that, trying to make sure Ben wasn't grabbing stuff from the store and moving it or doing anything along those lines. Because he just got a weird feeling about the whole transition.
She took at least one, if not more than one, cartfuls of things out to her car with her coat draped over it.
So yeah, the McNeffs say, look, they don't trust the Gormans. And they explained it, you know, even further. They said, hey, there's some issues in her past.
She apparently has a retail theft and other criminal, like, arrests on her record that we were not aware of.
When was that?
I don't know. This has been brought out by several people online now.
Now look, that's a huge accusation to bring.
Oh my God, bro. They're fucking blaming the commies? The fuck?
Everyone always blames the commies.
How could you trust any Neff after this? Seriously, I agree. Not a trustworthy guy.
A different name.
Yeah.
Different name.
Well, McNeff is almost like a smaller version of Big Neff, which would mean, you know, bigger the Neff, bigger the crime, possibly?
No.
Like a McMansion is a smaller version of a mansion.
No, listen.
And McNeff is like doing lower level crimes.
McNeff, totally different name. Neff, my name comes from the name Neff.
Yeah,
which was changed at Ellis Island.
Yeah, this is.
I'm a victim of Ellis Island.
This is a McNeff.
Grouping redheads together, more systematic violence to my people.
You guys do look kind of similar.
Well, you're propagating a lot of racism right now.
Anti-white racism.
Go ahead, say you people. Say red.
Wait, this is a good question. Doesn't Will call his community the villains?
Arch villains, correct.
The biggest villains. Not even like a regular low-level villain.
All right, let's. You know what?
But the arch.
We're gonna blow past this.
Okay.
And so obviously I wanted to talk to the Gormans about it.
They're like, she has a history of some type of burglary, theft.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, that's what they're
saying.
Okay, what? Okay. Wow.
Oh. Well, yes.
Well,
you know about this.
Explain.
Yeah, when I was 19 years old.
How long ago is that?
I am 45 now.
She looks great.
This was in 1999. This, something that happened 25 years ago, has no reflection and no bearing on what happened in the last 2 years, my management of the store, what happened the night corporate seized the store. It is another deflection, and it infuriates me. You're gonna try to publicly embarrass and shame me for somebody that was manipulated by local police departments when she was pregnant and 19 years old? Fuck you. That's my response to that. I am so sorry. You're gonna have to blur and cut a lot of this, but that pisses me off. I own what I have done. I own the mistakes that I have made. You cannot intimidate and bully me into backing down when I know that legally and morally I am in the right and I have the evidence to back it up.
Wow. this is getting kind of nasty and personal at this point, and I just wanted to give people kind of their side. But at every turn, I hope you understand, I'm getting contradictory stories, down to if the McNeffs knew about her history in the first place.
Like, they're bringing up something that I told them about.
Wait, you told them?
Told them. They asked me.
They said they had no idea. They said if we knew, we would have never hired her.
Because we would not have hired her had we known this.
I told them I had a record from when I was 18. There was a family issue and didn't go into all of the details, but they were like, that's so long ago, we're gonna hire you based on who you are now.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. You guys can make up your own mind. My point is, one side says up, the other says down, and it gets to the point both sides start hinting that they have photographic proof from the night of November 14th that proves the other side is lying. And so I'm like, look, at this point, let's stop talking. Show me the Legos.
Kind of like a murder mystery.
I know, but I side with the commies 100%.
Where do you think the Legos are, though? Do you think it's the McNeffs?
No, I think it's gonna be the dumbest art. It's gonna be literally the dumbest, like, corporate accounting error at the end or something like that, where they just like they either sold it and didn't realize that they sold it. Or...
You think it's a clerical error? You think there's no malice?
That is the dumbest version of events. So I'm gonna go with. It's the dumbest version of events that happens in corporations all the time. It's a part of the shrink. Ironically enough, shrink accounts for clerical errors and things of that nature. And on top of that, it also factors in like theft, retail theft from the people that work there.
I think, I don't think you fold $200,000 in by accident. I think you can cover your ass by saying it was an accident. I don't think it was an accident. I think it was the new franchisees when they came in.
And the exchange of ownership, and the chaos of it all, they thought they could hit a lick.
Yeah, they thought they could hit a lick, and they thought in the shuffle that they could bury it, and then they could move on.
Or, even funnier, these Legos, they really liked. They didn't even sell it. He's like moving. He's
just building the slave 2 in his basement. Like, they'll never take you away, Boba Fett.
Yeah.
You and I will bounty hunt the galaxy forever.
Yeah, and like when the camera pans back to him, he's like holding the Lego pieces. Like, this is a different set. I know how this looks. This looks really bad. It looks exactly like the Lego set that is allegedly stolen or definitely stolen, not by me. Okay, and this is a totally separate set, and it's nothing to do with anything.
Dude, the McNeffs get done with the interview and immediately pull the hood up and they're like, yes, they will never understand the power of the dark side.
Yeah.
Execute Order 66.
The new owners have to pay the corporate for the takeover of the franchise. By stealing the Legos, the value of the franchise is lower and they pay corporate less. That makes sense.
Yeah. But I was told we are 100% have possession of photos that prove that the Gormans are lying. And then you guys are telling me we 100% have possession of photos that prove.
Well, then why don't they just send these photos right away?
Who's going to drop the photos first? I mean, I feel like someone just has to, somebody's right here.
After a lot of convincing, both sides agreed to show me the photos, corporate and the Gormans. In fact, I scheduled the calls to do this an hour apart from each other. But let's remember their positions for a second. The Gormans say whatever was left unsold of Brian's collection that was in that store spreadsheet was in Salem store the night of November 14th. Then you have corporate side. They say whatever was left that night was maybe $2,000 to $5,000 of Legos. The rest was either stolen by thieves, the Gormans, or held off site. It was not in that store. And on both sides, there's a lot to lose here, right? You've got the Gormans, who basically have been insinuated to have been stealing. And for Josh and Brandon, too, the new franchise owners, there's a lot on the line. I reached out to Josh, and he told me, I think her pictures would only show a few sets and minifigs. I replied, so if I can prove that the Lego sets were in the store, that will prove Brandon was lying? Josh replies, if it shows something different, then yes, I will eat my words. So the stakes have been established. And let's see the evidence, starting with Matt McNeff. First, he showed me the video, October 24, 2024, for a baseline of how the store looked.
So this is the Salem Kaiser location, is that correct?
It's the Salem Kaiser location, yes.
So is it fair to say I'm seeing quite a few Legos here? I mean, I'm seeing a store of Legos. You'd agree?
There's a good amount of Lego on hand. This isn't what I would say is a well-stocked bricks and minifigs, But it's not.
What? Look at that shelf. What is he? What are the McNeffs insinuating?
He knows better, dude.
There is not an inch of shelf space there that is not Lego.
This guy. This is. You know what this reminds me of? It's like when they do like those. Like variety YouTube videos where they're like former heist boss it covers new crime, but in this circumstance it's the guy who might have actually done the crime that's like, yeah.
Well, it looks a little sparse. That looks sparse. I'm gonna be honest.
It's not
compared to the bricks and minifigs I went into, it looks the exact same.
Terrible. It's I would say a little below average as far as overall stock. So now let's go to November 14th. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, November 14th, when Brandon was in there helping.
Wait, this is the day. This is like the big day.
This is the day.
Oh.
Hold on, I gotta hurt myself emotionally for this.
Okay.
This is a big deal. This is D-Day. This is the big moment. This is Brandon takes over the store. We don't know where the Legos are after this moment.
We don't know where the Legos are after this moment. And I want to point out again that we've had this for a while.
Every once in a while, I'm reminded that we are fucking talking about Legos.
No, this is the crime of the century, dude.
I mean, yeah.
When the internet hyperfixates on something, though, it does have a tendency to make it like the much larger, much more consequential issue. And I guess in this circumstance, there is like a real victim here, so it's good that this investigation is ongoing.
Yeah.
First time
I wanna sick Reckless Ben on like I don't know, fucking bad landlords or something.
How about
like corporate
campaign
landlords.
finance reform?
No, that literally no. I actually like I wanna deploy Reckless Ben like a fucking weapon against like some of the more powerful institutions in this country to see if we can like recreate this magic on an issue that I'm not saying the Bricks and Minifig saga is not consequential, but perhaps a little bit more consequential.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Listen, I'm right there with you.
Reckless Ben versus Canary Mission. Yeah, like the Israeli doxing operation.
Yeah. Also, would you ever build Warhammer with me? I kind of caught the bug.
Dude, there's no way. I can't hold on to tiny pieces like that.
You need the tool. You need the right tools.
I feel like I get really annoyed when I have to I can't hyper focus on. I've tried building stuff before.
Right.
Like model cars and shit, and it just like makes me so angry, and then I just smash it.
What?
I don't actually smash it, but I want to.
Do it.
No, literally.
Execute orders.
You've never gotten that feeling when you're like trying to put something together and it doesn't work, and you're like, ah!
Yes,
and you want to fucking smash it with your hand?
There's quite a bit of frustration there.
Yeah, that's what I can't do it. Like I go ogre mode. Reckless Ben versus Minnesota Fraud, reported by Nick Shirley. Oh my God.
God.
Shown this publicly. We've been waiting for our attorneys to give us the approval to say, hey, this is okay now to share in this capacity. So we'll go through these pictures. This is what Josh saw, or not Josh, sorry, Brandon saw. He took pictures of everything in the store, all the inventory in the store.
Oh.
This is what the shelves look like compared to what you just saw a moment ago.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm seeing a lot less. Just to state the obvious, go back a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm seeing like way less.
So yeah, the pictures I was being shown on November 14th, those shelves looked emptier than they did on the day of October 24th. But to be fair to the Gormans, they addressed the empty shelves themselves.
As we get to the very end of this video in particular, right here, you'll see that empty space right here. So this is the retired and certified set section that we have to keep separate from the new in box current sets being sold by Lego. All those empty spaces up there were the sets that we had on display during the day from Brian's collection that every night when the store closed, we pulled off and put back into the safe and then put back out in the morning.
So when they say, see, there's empty space on the shelves, yeah, because we put them in safes at night to keep them safe.
Because we have giant windows.
Yeah, it's an explanation that kind of makes sense given the history of burglary. Now, of course, this is something I had to ask the McNeffs about.
Is this a case of, did y'all see Star Wars sets in the back? Did y'all not see the Star Wars sets in the back? Did he take, not in the back, but specifically in a safe? Like there were a bunch of Star Wars sets in a safe. Did Brandon see those? Has there been talk of those? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. My understanding is that he took pictures of everything, and all those photos I showed you of the Star Wars, were all the photos, or was literally all the Star Wars inventory in the store.
Yeah, the McNeffs say all of the photos should be with Brandon of all the Star Wars items. And to be fair to them, they showed me a lot more pictures and even showed me a spreadsheet of all the Star Wars sets in the store the night Brandon took it over. And it valued to about like $5,000 to $10,000 or so. But then I had to ask.
It's not 200,000.
Here's another kind of set.
Okay.
Do you think y'all have all of these?
Very likely.
Okay.
Again, I'd be surprised if we didn't.
But then I couldn't help myself. I started to bring up some of Crystal's photos to see if they matched up.
Have you seen this before?
Not that I recall.
So do you see that?
Yep.
So do you see it's in like some kind of like a safe thing? I don't know if you can see the sides there.
Looks like a bookshelf to me, but sure.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So I think the...
Okay, Mr. Neff.
Whoa.
Mr. Neff.
McNaff.
Yeah. Easy mistake to make.
Well,
not a mistake that we'll let slide on this day. I'm just saying.
All right, let's be a little bit more careful about the McNaff name.
What the fuck is a Duplo? I didn't even know that there's like different kind of. Is that a different version of a Lego?
I think that's like baby Legos that you can't choke on.
Okay.
Are you the throat goat? Are you saying
that's what
you'd like to challenge
That's
Duplo
what you think,
to
dude.
choke on the...
Fucking down that shit.
Wow, holy...
I'd fucking down that shit, dude.
God.
I'd choke on that shit real quick.
Jesus Christ.
The important thing is making sure that all of these are in the inventory for Mansell.
Sure. Sure. That's cool.
75041.
Yep. The Vulture Droid.
75169.
Oh my God.
169 I'm not seeing, so there may be... Okay, so there's one that is not on our list.
Let's try this. 10240?
Okay, nope, not seeing that one either.
What about 9493?
I don't see that one either. So maybe those were locked at the time, and Brandon did not get those pictures.
All right, that's kind of a problem because the Gormans had over 200 photos of this store. I definitely knew looking at these photos, there's a lot more Legos in the Gormans photos, by quite a lot that Brandon's photos just didn't show. But corporate didn't really see it that way.
But still, in the grand scheme of things, we're not talking, again, 10 times the amount of sets here.
I don't know. I haven't shown all the photos yet. I don't know exactly how much.
If there's a calculable figure that we can look at and say, great, this is what was there, I promise you it's not $100,000 worth of Lego. And so where's the rest of it? You got me. I don't know.
Maybe I'm a little too in my head about this U-Haul story. You don't think it could have been some U-Haul thing? There's no way.
Oh, yeah. Have we talked about the U-Haul yet? We gotta talk about the U-Haul for a second. This is another one of those things that was like really disputed between the two parties. Was this U-Haul that supposedly was driven up to the store the night of the takeover.
What?
So when Brandon came to the store that night,
wait a minute.
What do you? Yeah, and the guys were wearing, the guys that look like the McNeffs were seemingly wearing balaclavas, and they were like, we're here to deliver special delivery.
I love how we're on video 18 and he's like, the only discrepancy in the story was the 18 masked men that rode up in a giant wooden horse.
Yeah, what the fuck? Wait, how? This is information that I feel like is fairly important to figure out who the fuck was doing this.
He was driving a U-Haul truck.
Now, in typical fashion, this was immediately disputed.
Brandon showed up to the Salem store in a rental car. When he came to get the keys from Crystal.
The U-Haul is a type of rental car.
Yeah.
Was there in a rental car, not in a U-Haul.
It wasn't until after he told me he was taking the keys and locking me out that I really kind of paid attention to the fact that he had a large, not the small, the large U-Haul truck.
So yeah, I just kept hearing about this U-Haul truck. Now, why is it significant, U-Haul or not? Well, one, a U-Haul truck can fit a lot of Legos, but the big reason it mattered to me was because I was actually called by an ex-employee of the Bricks and Minifix store in Eugene, Oregon. Remember, that's the one that Brandon and Josh own. And he told me something very interesting.
I'm a former employee, started in 2020.
Stop. Lego Deep Throat. It's Lego Deep Throat.
Bro, shit gets real in these fucking streets,
Holy
man.
Fuck,
in
man.
these goddamn brick streets, these Lego brick streets.
I can't believe this.
Yeah, turns out they've done this before and they'll do it again if we don't stop them.
This is incredible. It goes all the way to the top.
Yeah.
They called manager Brian and he sold the store to Brandon as Josh.
What store was this? Bricks and Minifigs where? Okay, now what did you see that made you want to talk to me?
I saw Reckless Ben's YouTube video about the sales for closing down because I was talking to my co-workers about the situation at Salem, and we were told through other employees that it was just a bad area to work in. It was like haunted, if you will, is what was going around.
Haunted?
After seeing the video of Reckless Ben, he exposed them, and it makes a lot more sense with what we dealt with Brandon and Josh. Like, Crystal stole Lego sets and bolted out of the country.
Who says that?
Brandon S. told us.
Ghost?
When he was jumping off all the Lego sets to us that night. And used Legos, a bunch of used Lego sets. That's that were like Saran wrap, they had Star Wars CD. There's just a lot of stuff. It was like a medium-sized U-Haul truck.
Wait, they brought a U-Haul truck.
Yeah, from Salem to Eugene.
And to Eugene, and it had a bunch of Star Wars sets on it?
Yeah, Star Wars sets, like everything. A bunch of used stuff too.
Who did this?
Wait, when?
Brandon.
And was this when they took over the store from Crystal?
I believe so, yes. Yes.
They were like, hey, can't believe the previous store owner stole this exact U-Haul's worth of Lego sets that we just seemingly got that fell off the back of another U-Haul truck, actually.
I fuck heavy with the haunted excuse. They're going full Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
We would have gotten away with it if it wasn't
Much like Scooby-Doo, you pulled the fucking balaclava off, it's Brandon McNeff.
Said that Crystal stole Legos and left the country.
While he has a U-Haul of Legos?
Yeah.
Interesting. Weird.
So, and he said, we're just going to hold on to this stuff until corporate tells us where we have to distribute it. And we're like,
Wait, they
it
are
would make more
corporate.
sense if we could take it because we're kind of struggling with, the product we put on the shelves.
Oh my gosh, we really gotta find out. Was there a U-Haul that night or not? Because everybody's disagreeing about it. This Eugene, Oregon guy says, oh yeah, a U-Haul showed up with Star Wars sets in it. Brandon was talking about the
no
Salem
one's
store.
disagreeing.
You've got
Only the
Matt
Brandon
McNabb
McNabbs are
saying there
disagreeing.
was no U-Haul there. It was a rental car. You've got Crystal saying, yeah, I thought it was really weird. There was a U-Haul truck there. So I told the McNabbs, I really gotta find out what the truth is here.
If you know anything about it, let me know, because that's just something I heard.
I do, and it has nothing to do with the Salem store. Well, at least not the Salem store in the way that it is there. Brandon showed up to the Salem.
What does that even mean? Not the Salem store in the way that it is there?
The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
So they did go to the Salem store with a U-Haul truck, and he's out here trying to cook up a story on the spot. Also, a U-Haul truck is a rental car, so technically he's doing legalese here. Like, oh well, I wasn't lying. It is a.
Right.
He's got to investigate the U-Haul store to see to hit the fucking records.
Store in a rental car. When he came to get the keys from Crystal, he was there in a rental car, not in a U-Haul.
So when there was the handoff, there wasn't a U-Haul, it was a rental car.
Correct. He was there in a rental car.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think any of the, like, if you were to look at the footage, the ring cameras, all that stuff, you won't see a U-Haul sitting anywhere in the parking lot.
So after hearing all of this, I realized, look, I just gotta find the evidence. So I start sifting through these photos I have, right? I realize I have a parking lot photo. I check it. No U-Haul, just a red truck out there. I check another photo where you could see the window, but the problem is it's night outside, so you can't see. And so I'm looking at everything I can, and there's just nothing, I have this alternate angle, I'm looking at that, and then...
Oh!
What is that?
Smoking gun!
That's a U-Haul truck!
Holy.
Oh, no!
Holy shit!
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I feel like I just watched the end of The Sixth Sense, dude. That was like a jump scare.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Bring up the brightness of this photo a little bit, and my gosh, there's a U-Haul in the parking lot right outside of the store the night of November 14th, 2024. This is something that Matt said he had seen footage of, and it couldn't be true.
And again, I believe I have seen footage from that night that shows clearly out into the parking lot, and there's no U-Haul.
After seeing this, I said, I really have to make a call. And that's when the story changed.
So last night, I talked with Matt McNeff. I brought up this question of the U-Haul.
Interesting.
He told me emphatically there was no U-Haul. Y'all came to me this morning.
Told you,
said,
by the
hey,
way, that the commies were the fucking trustworthy partners
right
here.
all along.
And the Neffs. You can't trust the dastardly
McNeffs.
The dastardly Neffs.
Okay, another clerical error there, just for, for the sake of any other
continuity purposes,
similar,
right?
Similar sounding names.
Yeah.
McNeffs.
Similar sounding facial hair.
There are plenty upstanding Neffs, including a professional frisbee player.
Interesting. What kind of mustache is he rocking?
I don't know that.
Is it
I don't.
the D'Artagnan?
I think he's clean shaven.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the other Neff who's noticeably absent from this conversation does not have that. It's the D'Artagnan combo.
We looked into it. There actually was a U-Haul there that night. Can you clear up what that's about?
So there's actually two different things that are going on here, just to help you understand.
Help you understand.
And I don't know if you want this particularly not on the record, but
okay.
This dude is choking.
Yes. Why do these guys always think that they can? There's two guys that you don't talk to if you have done something bad. Isaac Chotiner of The New Yorker, who always cooks every Israeli official for some reason, who's like, yeah, no, I'll have a conversation with you. And then they end up coming across like, Adolf Hitlerites every single time. And Coffeezilla, if you've done a crime, a financial crime, a Ponzi scheme, some kind of cryptocurrency initiative, just don't talk to Coffeezilla. Now, obviously, I want them to continue talking to Coffeezilla, but I genuinely don't understand why they keep doing it. I guess like there's something that you have in your mind when you're like wheeling and dealing and scheming of this sort, where you think like, oh, I can out-talk them. Yeah. I have a solid, reliable alibi.
Well, let's hear him out.
It never works.
He's got very trustworthy facial hair.
We do know of a disgruntled former employee that worked at another location that back on the 24th of October, there was a U-Haul that went to a storage unit in Salem for another previous franchisee, for a different situation that we had just gone through some things, and he had a previously, hey, I have some inventory that I didn't turn over that I was supposed to. It's at this storage location. You guys can come pick it up. And so Brandon was sent on that day to pick up with a U-Haul inventory that then he moved down, but that was October 24th.
So when we're talking about this,
so why is there a U-Haul on the night of the exchange of ownership?
It's not adding up.
Oh, that's just a photo from October 24th, actually.
Why wouldn't Brandon McNeff mention that U-Haul too?
Yeah, interesting.
He could have cleared it.
Interesting revelation here.
Ex-employee, you're saying they are conflating the October 24th event of the U-Haul coming up to Eugene with Legos with some time after November 14th, after the store takeover. Is that correct? Am I understanding?
Okay, but why is there a U-Haul in November 14th outside of the store in the middle of the night while the exchange and ownership is taking place? And you said there was no U-Haul. There was simply a rental.
That?
Yes.
Oh my God, bro, he looks so guilty.
Yeah, he's cooked.
He looks dead to rights, bro. Holy shit. He looks like Kaya after she ate something off the kitchen counter, and I'm like, who ate this? And she's like, not me. I could never. I could never touch food on top of the kitchen counter. Ooh.
This is now kind of a strange story. Corporate is saying there was a U-Haul at the Eugene store dropping off Lego, but that was from a different night, different collection. The CEO says Brandon showed up to Salem on October 24th for his secret shopper job with Crystal. And separately, he also was getting a different collection of Legos that also included Star Wars. And that's what he brought to the Eugene store, and the former employee is remembering. Then, weeks later, on November 14th, Brandon supposedly shows up again with a U-Haul, but the reason isn't for hauling Legos.
Brandon flew in to Eugene that night. At midnight. So flew from Utah on the 13th, but landed in Oregon on like midnight of the 14th. Went and got a rental truck, and then went and stayed at a trailer that had previously been moved up there in anticipation, meaning a camper trailer, in anticipation of the potential hostile takeover previously.
Is that why he had a U-Haul? Is that the reason he had a U-Haul, was for this camper, or what's going on with the?
Yes. So then what happens is he takes his rental vehicle.
So there was a U-Haul there after all. Interesting revelation, Mr. Neff.
Sneaky, well, McNeff.
Mr.
I can't. I feel like for a professional newsman, you keep this clerical error you're making is
classic
super,
mistake.
It's important to understanding the entire
story.
Just
another ginger guy whose last name is Neff.
I feel like it's
or
irresponsible for someone who does news for a living.
Similar facial
to just
hair.
drop details like that, you know.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Haas is on the 1s and 2s. He posted a "Don't trust Neff."
Okay. No. Why? He was hacked.
I know.
This might not even be the Haas we know.
Dude.
This could be some dangerous
you know what's
outsider
crazy?
Posting salacious things.
Yeah. This motherfucker reached out to me and was over here asking if we could join
a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Yeah, he was like, we're just trying to start this game, but we're missing a last player. Can you join the group? You can leave right after if you want, or stay with us.
Right. So we can't believe anything he says.
Well, I think his, the stuff that he's doing on here.
No, these are all salacious overlays.
You think that might be you think this is a hacker?
A hacker. Or,
what did it
okay,
show?
Well, what this is, look, this is clearly not my mod.
Interesting.
My team would never do this.
Yeah, it kind of feels like your team is...
what is that? What is this tiny ass?
I don't even see that. What is that? It just says "Don't trust Neffs," I think, right?
That is not... The font sizes are misleading.
Bro, why are you not at Streamer U, bro? That's where the content is. What? I'm 34 years old, man.
Yeah, we're tenured.
I'm 34 years old. I've already graduated from Streamer.
What would you teach at Streamer U? How to get everybody to hate you.
I would do that. That's something that I have a PhD in.
Right.
I would probably teach people crisis management.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Because I've been involved in many.
Yeah. What would I teach at Streamer
I'm still
U?
here. Self-suck.
Okay, that's
stealing $200,000 worth of Lego inventory in a hostile corporate
you know what? We're
takeover
just gonna go back.
in exchange of ownership over a franchise, a beloved
Kai,
franchise.
if you're seeing this does not represent.
I don't know.
How
I feel
film? How about film?
You could play the role of the guys. You could play the role of the guys. I'm not saying you're the guy.
There was a U-Haul that night at Streamer U.
It just seems like you have experience because I'm seeing it.
Right. Okay.
I'm seeing it on screen.
Truck, and he tries to connect the trailer, the camping trailer, to that truck, and it's not rated for that particular weight, and he realized, oh crap. He called around and found that U-Haul had a rating for one of their box trucks, and so he grabbed that, went and got it at 10 a.m. on the 14th, and so he then went and hooked that trailer up to the camping trailer to a U-Haul, drove that trailer down to another location where he could set up the camping trailer in Salem, dropped off the camper trailer, and then he arrived in a U-Haul to the Salem store, and then went in, said hi to Crystal, and then as she was leaving, the door shuts, and so he locks it, calls the locksmith, takes him a while to finish up the changing of the locks. Brandon at this point is pretty exhausted, so and he has an hour drive back to Eugene to drop off the rental truck. So he drops it off at...
Can you even hook a trailer to a U-Haul?
I think so.
Also, this is a telltale sign of someone lying when they're literally fucking going overboard with the details. Like going above and beyond with the details. Classic sign. Everyone's saying yes.
Interesting.
I guess a smaller one, right? Or yes, the big one?
Defaming McNeff's. I'm gonna pee.
You know, midnight or 1 o'clock, something like that. Grabs the rental truck and then heads back up to
you don't want to listen to
the camper trailer in Salem. And then, you know, like it's probably gets in at around 2 or 3 in the morning. Spends a couple of, you know, that's a little bit of sleep before he has to head back to the store at 9 a.m. before the other employees get there. The timeline that is trying to be portrayed just makes absolutely zero sense.
Okay, so I asked, obviously, for documentation of all of this from Brandon. And here's what I got. First, the U-Haul contract on November 14th. This checks out what we already know. Then I got sent a photo, the last one Brandon took in the Salem store, dated 9:44 p.m., where you can see what looks like the inside of a bird cage that the Gormans had. And lastly, I was sent a photo Brandon took of the mileage in the U-Haul as he dropped it back off at the rental place on November 15th, 12:41 a.m. Now, the time gap there is about 3 hours between the last photo in Salem to dropping the U-Haul off, which is a bit of a problem for our timeline.
Yeah, it took like 4 hours.
What up?
I mean, I worked till like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like, I got up early for...
He's in the bathroom pissing.
You moved 4 hours of Legos out of this truck.
All right, so as weird as this U-Haul thing is, the timeline just doesn't fit, to be honest. If it took 4 hours to unload, you can't also...
Why are you in your bathrobe? Because I just...
You're drunk?
Where did you get a bathrobe?
Oh,
Here.
The judgment coming from you.
I mean, sorry, I'm...
Sorry, I was out with our friends.
You're fucking up the white balance with your robe.
You're fucking up the balance.
Why do you look so tan?
Why are you asking questions?
Where did you get tan? Did you get a spray tan?
I just look like...
Did you get
Some of us go out in the sunshine.
Did she get a spray tan?
No.
I'm just glowing, naturally.
Okay.
Glowing.
All right. Uh-huh.
Anyway, my phone is dead, so I just came to ask what the plan is before...
I think we'll finish this video and then we'll start to...
Well, we got times. Oh, never mind. We got a little bit more time.
Are you guys doing Lego stuff?
Yeah, we're doing Lego stuff.
Ah, well, when do you want to? When do you want to do your stream?
Right after we finish this video.
Yeah.
Okay. What time are you leaving?
I don't know. We can probably go to that area and then start to figure stuff out.
Okay. Are you wearing the suit tonight? We're going to a club.
What? I thought we were going to a dining experience. Oh, wait, why are we going to a club? Are we? I wasn't informed about this.
Yes, we're getting very gay tonight.
I don't know how much I will partake in that because I have, once again, as is every other day, I have a shit ton of interviews that I have to do tomorrow morning.
Pride. What have you done for Pride?
I stopped doing hate crimes. Like I've restricted the number of anti-gay slurs I say.
Oh, I didn't even know there was more than one.
I keep it to 1,000.
For
the month, yeah.
How homophobic
I'm at
he is.
994. I'm at 994. I got 6 more in the bank.
I feel like just even your attitude me wants to slur.
You're a straight woman.
I am also a child.
That's not gay. Well, you're just, what the fuck does that have to do with Pride Month? How are you tying this back to Pride Month?
Chinese eraser? Nice. Nice.
I'm just saying in general, the energy that you give off.
You're white Chinese. So it's only half anti-Chinese erasure. It's more so, I was being anti-Irish, actually.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that's what,
which,
you
are way too frequent.
That's true.
Way too frequent.
All the time.
And the Irish?
Why are you so tan? You were not this tan yesterday.
I have been outside all day.
I literally saw you, I feel like I saw you.
I was listening to jazz in the park.
I saw you yesterday and you were not this tan.
We have to finish this video.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Oh my, you know what? Please.
Someone wants to be the main story here.
Give me a hug.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to be the main story. Okay, so I should be ready by, because you want to go early.
Yes. How much time do we have left in the video?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, you know what?
Perfect.
I will leave you all.
30 more minutes.
Perfect.
I will leave you all to these hetero men.
30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Men
You
being
cannot be doing that in New York City.
men expressing friendship, and that's the highest order of homosexuality.
The friendship is that you have to come here to sit on his stream.
Wait, what? It's one version of it. We're doing his stream afterwards. We're going to be experiencing fine dining.
Oh wow, look at straight men hanging out on stream. How fun.
I feel like, is that
I don't know what's
jealousy?
happening.
It's,
I don't know
it's
what's
peanut
happening.
butter and jealous.
I don't know what's happening.
It's peanut butter and jealousy.
Why is she?
Let us have man love on Pride Month, Caroline.
Man love?
Yes.
It's pathetic.
It's one expression of many.
Pathetic man love.
It's
I've
like,
seen better man
you
love.
You get your hetero.
Get out of here!
Get your
Get out of here!
hetero ass out of here, ruining the gay vibes on Pride Month.
Take your bathrobe. Why is she in a bathrobe?
I don't know what's going on. Why did she get a spray tan?
I don't.
It looks good. Okay, I think she's gone. All right, this was
in?
I let her in. I don't know. I thought she said she didn't have a phone. She said her phone was dead.
Did she take the room key?
Yes, she did. Okay, no, she had her own room key, I guess.
To drive to another city, load and unload, and drop off the U-Haul in that time. But still, even if this is true, it's pretty weird. And it's one of the most bizarre stories I've ever heard, to have a U-Haul thing back to back. One of the times you're picking up Legos, the other time you're not, you're taking a camper.
She's the only one bringing gay vibes? She's not. We're literally gayer than her.
It's okay.
Nevertheless, without more proof, we kind of have to move on to another theory of how to find these missing Lego. This time, let's take the photographs that we have and reconstruct what was in the night on November 14th. Remember, that's the moment we lost the Lego.
Yeah.
And this time, we're going to combine it with two more things. First, from corporate, I got the point of sale records from the Salem store from 2023 to 2024. And secondly, from Crystal Gorman, I got her internal records of Brian's inventory of what was sold or not in order to pay him and keep track of prices. Now, before we piece things together, I need to address something. At the beginning of this story, you saw the social post saying this collection was worth $200,000. That's what everyone knows this story as, the $200,000 Lego collection. But sadly, that post was entirely wrong. In Crystal Gorman's inventory, which has a high and low estimate value of these various Lego items, the real estimated value is about $107,000. They give high estimates and low estimates, but that's right there in the middle. And for simplicity, I'll just be using averages and estimates here, but understand that, these numbers are not firm, given that they're unsold Legos. It's just rough possibilities. But the point is, it's worth nowhere near $200,000. And Reckless Bin, the one who made the original video covering this, said that surprised him.
Yeah, this entire time, literally every single person's been telling me there were $200,000. Like, that's how much, you could sell all these sets for.
My original assessment of about $200,000 was going up to his father's house and looking in 3 different rooms with all the sets. It was before I'd actually gone through and had set numbers and done an actual
protein sticks. I know we're going to eat, but I'm so hungry.
You need to fast.
I need something to hold me over for a little bit. Chomps?
You're tempting me with food.
I mean, do you want dude, your fat ass is gonna be able to eat everything. Don't worry. I'm not worried about that.
Ass.
I know how you are.
I'm bringing you to a special dining experience.
When we put food in front of you, you fucking slam it, no matter what.
Yes, because it's like putting black tar in front of a heroin addict.
Being
what are you
kind.
doing?
I'm going to have a chomp.
Go ahead, indulge.
Would you like one?
No, I'm fine.
Would you like a Quest chip?
I have willpower.
Okay, I need protein.
Evaluation. I looked at it and went based on as things progressed and as I started to delve more into the actual inventory and evaluating it, that number changed. But we put out the press release well in advance of the event itself, so that press release went out before I had those full numbers. So we went, this is a nice even number that will grab attention and bring people into the store. So we went with that.
And to believe that is accurate at the high end. Like, it was one of those things where when she was looking through and going, well, it says this and it says this, like, you don't think even at the high end?
You haven't actually seen the spreadsheet.
No, I haven't.
You might want to cut that part out because he hasn't actually seen the inventory sheet.
The spreadsheet says about from between 85,000 to 120 something thousand. In the midpoint about 107 or something like that.
of what was inventory. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this has been a really big point of misinformation to clear up, because if we're ever going to find the missing Lego, we need to start with the right number, the right value. It's about $107,000. Now, between 2023 and 2024...
That's a big update.
Yeah.
That's a big update.
The Gormans record sales of about $24,000 of Brian's collection in their inventory tracking list. And of those sales, Brian was entitled to about 65 to 70% of it. He was paid $17,000, which roughly tracks with that. Which means on November 14th, the big night, the remaining amount of Brian's collection that should have been in there is about $82,000. Now, it doesn't take a genius to realize this is a very different number than corporate provided, who found only $2,000 to $5,000 of it linked to Brian. And later they said they only found $13,000 to $15,000 in total Lego Star Wars.
So you're talking maybe $11,000 to $15,000 total Star Wars, and that's all Star Wars inventory in the whole store.
So that's corporate side of the story, but I didn't want to take their word for it. So I went through Crystal's photos myself, which she shared with me, and hired people to go through and hand tag the Star Wars Legos that were in these photos. We looked through over 200 plus photos, multiple videos, and matched what we saw with Brian's collection. In the end, I ended up with about $21,000 of Legos matching Brian's collection that can be proven to be in the store on the night of November 14th. Now, to state the obvious, that's about 3 to 5 times what corporate estimated, at least on their press release. Now, yes, there are inherent errors in these estimates. Maybe we picked up some Lego that matched Brian's collection, but wasn't Brian's. But even though this is a bigger number than corporate said, I have to admit, even with pretty generous assumptions being made, there's still a huge gap of about $61,000 here that I just couldn't find. But then I learned Brian had made a special side deal with M&R Productions, who had recently purchased some Legos from him. And this is where it starts to get messy. So these are the pictures that M&R Productions sent me, looking at the Lego that Brian sold him. This was stuff reportedly in storage, and it's interesting because of an early inventory list, which had a column called Location that Crystal used. And it listed a lot of the Star Wars items as being located in what they called storage. Now, previously I was told that all of the stuff in storage was put back in the store, but there's a bunch that's on this list that I can't find in the store that seem to appear in these pictures. Now, I've been assured, by the way, that most of these Legos were not part of the inventory spreadsheet. They were never given to Bricks and Minifigs. This is a separate part of the collection, but I did a check, and 100% of the items that match the Brian collection inventory just so happen to be listed with a location of storage. So this starts to make things incredibly fuzzy, and I'm inclined to believe that a lot of these are part of that same inventory list. Now, if we take that value of the side deal, that's about $10,000 to $20,000 that's not actually missing. Now, it was at this point I started looking more at the point of sales records. I realized maybe we could find some of this missing Lego there too. So this is from the Salem internal store records. Like, I guess this is what is entered when someone does a sale, and it's everything from September 2023 to November 2024 of Star Wars anything. And by the way, before we continue, yes, this was all a lot of work. If you want to, please support us on Patreon. That's how this show gets made. But anyways, according to those records, about $51,000 in sales went through during this time period in a way that matched Brian Mansell's collection. Now, that really worried me because Crystal's inventory list showed only $24,000 in sales for Brian, and Brian was only paid for that amount. But suddenly, I remembered back to a time when I spoke to Crystal, and I asked how much was sold prior to the takeover.
Which is something similar from what you told me, Crystal.
Yeah.
You told me, hey, it was about 50-something thousand.
Yeah.
But Brian was only paid 17,000.
Okay.
And it should have been about double that. And I'm just trying to make sense of that, given that everyone's...
Well, I'm sorry, but could you address this picture? Breaking Neff evidence for the Lego case resurfaces. Wait, that's
a picture from Memento.
I know where that's. Well, I don't know if it's from Memento. It kind of feels like it's the victim who is
suffering
writing,
a traumatic brain injury. That okay.
And is trying to remind himself who is trustworthy in his life and who's not.
All right. Okay.
And kind of feels like you. And this is. Wait a minute. This is the shirt you're wearing right now.
Yeah, this is a picture from this very stream, actually.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
I see.
How far does the rabbit hole go?
Accusing each other of theft right now. You understand?
I mean, without seeing any of those records, without seeing those individual tickets,
someone
I
stole
can't
something.
answer that any better.
Okay, this is kind of a problem. The math ain't math in here. 65 to
He's a
70%
numbers
of
guy.
50,000
I'm
is
a
almost
numbers
double
guy.
what we
I'm
believe
looking
Brian
at
was
the
paid.
number.
And digging into the details, it turns out a lot of these sales come from what Crystal's spreadsheet actually categorizes as layaways, meaning they were marked as having been sold, but layaways are when someone puts a down payment on an item and later pays it off. But the problem was there were a lot of these, worth about $20,000 in layaway. And that felt a little strange to me. And because of that, I asked Josh Johnson, the incoming owner, and he responded, quote, "There were 2 to 3 items on layaway when they took over."
So on the list of on the inventory list, do you know about how many layaways?
I haven't gone through and done a count, but I know it was vastly more than 2 to 3.
It was about 98.
That makes sense.
What?
So there were about $15,000 to $25,000 worth of sets on layaway.
Okay.
That's just the part that's surprising. That's the part that I can't get my head around. I go, how could, let me just be really honest. I don't believe there was that much layaway. I don't know. I don't know how that's possible. How could there be that much layaway? I don't know. It's like
Uh-oh.
It's like I don't believe because I would.
He doesn't believe the commies either now. The flip, the script has been
Another
flipped.
Neff family besmirched by communists. Interesting.
I'm just saying.
Interesting. Seems to be
still,
a trend.
I still trust the commies.
Seems to be a trend.
At most, they are bad at business.
Redheads footing the bill for progress. First, you took us out of all the Disney movies. Now you're blaming us for robbing Lego sets.
That's a grievance?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
I feel like that's not something that we'll see. We'll see where this goes. Okay. Yeah, cops are coming for Will. I already called him earlier. Also, someone in the chat asked, have we played Charlie Kirk yet? We have not today because we haven't had a hype train yet. You already know how it goes. If you like the Piker Broadcasting Service, the People's Broadcasting Service, and you want to support independent media, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do that for $6 or free with Twitch Prime, or gift subs for others who can't.
Or you can just save all of that for the stream later. On my stream, I'm going to be needing to pay attorneys for the horrible besmirchment my name is taken.
Besmirchment. You're gonna launch a defamation suit.
Yes.
Set to it, bro. Thank you for the 20 bones, by the way.
Okay,
I said, you already know. If you get to hype level, if we unlock a hype train and get to level 10, we play a different version of a Charlie Kirk.
We could just hold on to the money for later.
Or you could just use it.
Not use it
right
okay.
now.
It's okay. Well,
And support independent media. Thank you, War Damn Eagle brother. Coming to your conference real soon. Another Muslim socialist mayor if the Knicks win in 5. So get excited for that.
That's right. Oh.
That's definitely Caroline, right?
Oh God.
I was talking to some people about bricks and minifigs. They go, yeah, there's some layaway. There's not that much layaway. I talked to people who were neutral, kind of on corporate side, but also people who were just normal bricks and minifigs people. They say there's not that much layaway. Help me understand why there's $20,000 worth of layaway here.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely. If you talk to other bricks and minifigs locations, layaway is extremely rare. I think outside of the
you eat your own damn
Brian's
cookies
collection.
in your own damn room.
I see how it is.
I thought you were fasting.
No, I am. I just wanted to hold one.
Oh, okay. You want to feel it? You want to feel the texture? We can't see. Calm down, chat. Here.
Okay, good. I'm not crazy here. So then why was there so much layaway there?
No. Absolutely not. Outside of Brian's collection, I think at the time we maybe had 2 used sets on layaway outside of his collection.
Okay.
It was not a common thing traditionally. I don't know that we'd ever done layaway before the collection came in.
Is there a hype train? Why is it not doing a hype train? It's not. It's not even triggering a hype train.
We at the Will Neff broadcast do have hype trains.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not. Rewind, you missed some. You ignored every hype train yelling at chat. I didn't realize we did hype trains before.
That's so funny.
Wait,
there's a...
The hype train is broken. It's not getting off the station. Happens too often? Well, not if I didn't see it, you know? Why hasn't it triggered a hype train?
Well, I think the old McNeff stole the train.
Yeah. Bandit. This is what happens when you bring in real bandits.
McNeff family train thieves.
With Brian's collection, it was a little bit different because so much of this collection were new in box.
What is this? Did the smear campaign work? What smear campaign? What is this even? What am I even looking at? I'm a numbers guy. It says, oh, these are my numbers. I'm a numbers guy. And January 2026, peak viewers, 67,000. And February average viewers 35,000. What is this? I don't even understand what this is. Are you saying that like the average viewership went down since January, so the smear campaign worked? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, those peaks are from bots. Those aren't real. Yeah. Interest in the Iran war has diminished since then.
But what about the Legos?
But I don't know what but this shows you need to go the fuck outside. I'm confused what the chatter was trying to say.
I don't know.
They literally, Hassan, you haven't made 9 videos on Legos, get on it? Okay, I don't know why I don't know what we're supposed to be gathering from this.
Legos.
Okay.
All in one place, reasonably priced.
Now we're rewinding.
Yeah, I mean, we're being distracted.
Layaway.
Why
He said
there's
he doesn't believe
$20,000 worth of layaway here.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely, if you talk to other Bricks and Minifigs locations, layaway is extremely rare. I think outside of the Brian's collection,
Okay, good. I'm not crazy here. So then why was there so much layaway there?
No, absolutely not. Outside of Brian's collection, I think at the time we maybe had 2 used sets on layaway outside of his collection. Okay. It was not a common thing traditionally. I don't know that we'd ever done layaway before the collection came in. With Brian,
they are looking real guilty now.
They
are looking real guilty now.
You just want to cast doubt on...
Where did the smiles go?
The infallible commies, okay? I see it. Oh, take the blame away from the Neff family dynasty. A dynasty built on theft and lies.
This collection, it was a little bit different because so much of this collection were new in box, all in one place, reasonably priced.
Right.
And a lot of the harder to find items. And so customers would come in and put, I'm gonna guess probably half of those layaway items were not gonna be sold to the person who took them on layaway. Because we had several that would put them on layaway and then change their mind. So this was something like, somebody would come in and want 10 different sets, but only be able to buy 1. Can I put the rest of those on layaway so you don't sell them? I'll pay $10 to put these sets on layaway. Traditionally with layaway, we would ask for 10% down. They'd have 30 days to make their next payment, or we'd refund the layaway amount and then put it back on the shelf. Because this collection was...
Bro, who the fuck is like buying Legos on?
Wait, they would okay, chat, as I understand it, you don't refund layaway amounts. That's not the point of the down payment on layaway. The down payment on layaway...
Also, who's desperate enough to purchase Legos on layaway? They're like, I really need to get these Legos.
No, I mean, a lot of people buy stuff on layaway. That's not unusual. What is unusual is you putting it on layaway and then getting refunded the amount. Because the idea is you are removing it from the populace to be able to be purchased.
Yeah.
And so you put that amount down in good faith. And if you default on it, they keep that amount, I thought.
Yeah, they're fucking buying Legos on Klarna.
Collection it was, and I wanted to give these people the opportunity to, to get these sets. We were a lot more generous with how long and the amount of payments that people could make towards the layaway. So a lot of these, we had several of them. I think one of the Ewok villages, we put on layaway 4 different times. And then it came off of layaway and back on layaway and then off and then sold. So a lot of these would have gone on and off of layaway and then back out on the shelf. just depending on the person who was putting it on layaway. That was completely unique to this collection.
So, look, I'll be honest, I don't trust Josh Johnson, but something is weird here.
So a lot of these are, see, like, look at this. Like, so, like, it says POS final sale price, but it's listed as a layaway, but it's sold for $5.99.
Yeah.
Because it matches with the store sale price.
Okay.
So were they on layaway? Were they accidentally marked layaway on the spreadsheet? What's going on there?
I mean, without seeing the actual sales ticket and seeing what else, like what items were sold together, what else was sold with it, I can't actually see the sales ticket. We had several layaway items in which customers were putting multiple things on layaway, paying for most of one item, and then, or they were buying, 8 different things together, and then putting all of them on layaway and making payments on multiple items at the same time.
That's bullshit. I'm sorry, there is no fucking shot a Lego store would allow one customer to put 8 Lego sets on layaway at the same time. There's no chance.
What if they're too good? What if
there's no chance?
What if they're too nice and they believe the person?
That's crazy. That's bullshit. There's
Wow.
no way.
I think you're besmirching the reputation of good commies.
8 sets?
Yeah, they were too
That's like
good.
half their inventory that they're putting
They were too
off
nice.
the shelves.
Kind of feels like they were too nice.
I mean, that's crazy.
I didn't realize.
I don't buy that.
I didn't realize we were punishing people for being too kind as business owners.
I don't think that they. I don't think that they stole anything, but there's obviously some like accounting error or clerical error, because if someone could just walk into your store and go, that, I'll give you $80, I'll be back in 10 weeks. There's no shot. There's no shot.
Maybe they're communists, so they don't understand how to run a business.
Wait a minute! That tracks.
Have you thought about that? They're not capitalists, so they don't understand how to run a successful business.
Oh my God!
And they were like, "Of course we'll put this off the shelf.
Yeah, we'll put half the store in the back room for you."
Yeah, that's what I'm going.
Our Ewok Village was one of those cases. At some point, he had, I think, like 8 or 9 different items on layaway. So they'd come in and make a payment for a bulk payment. I've got 800
Remember the
things
U-Haul
on layaway. I'm gonna make $100 on my payment. One customer in particular would do that, and then when he'd gotten up high enough to pay for one set, we'd pull that set out, mark it as sold. So without seeing the actual tickets and my layaway records, I cannot answer a question.
But why wouldn't they just do one set at a time?
I have no idea.
If they literally took the combined payment of 8 different sets and had him just purchase one set and remove the down payment from the rest, why wouldn't they just make customers? Oh, they're communists. They don't know.
Yeah, or remember the U-Haul. That was suspicious when they said there was no U-Haul.
Do we need to help commies with? I think we need to help commies.
I don't understand what's going on anymore. I'm confused.
You're low on protein.
Well, yeah, but the layaway thing bricked my brain a little bit.
Any clearer than that?
But I even found more than that in this POS data.
Oh,
I
no.
also found about $10,000 in sales that matched Brian's collection that were not marked as sold under this inventory spreadsheet.
The McNeffs are being unbesmirched right now, and the commies are falling under the gun.
I just feel like there's.
Do you have anything you'd like to say for your people?
I think
I spoke for mine.
I think that they were so nice that they were giving it away for free.
I see.
Yeah, they were just too
they're
kind.
so nice that they were stealing from someone else. Communism's great until you run out of someone else's money.
I have it on good
That's
authority.
what they say.
Okay, here's what actually happened. Orphan child. Burning orphanage.
Oh my God.
The commies saved the child from the burning orphanage.
Wow.
He's got 3rd-degree burns. He might not make it. He says, "I want that Lego Star Wars set on layaway."
Oh, it was a Make-A-Wish.
I only have
It was
10
a
bands.
Make-A-Wish.
I only have $10.
Oh my God.
Can you please give it to me?
Context is so important.
And these guys were like, "Of course we. I mean, we don't want to harm this other customer."
Now I feel terrible.
But since you're a dying orphan in a burned orphanage,
right?
It feels apt that we would give you this Lego set. Do you want? Yeah, baby shoes never worn. Lego set never played. Saddest.
I really shouldn't give these Lego sets away, but I'm going to.
Saddest short story in the English language.
They call them. They call him Scorched Scott, little boy, burnt in a fire. Had to give him Lego sets.
Yeah.
Some of our things that were not found were explained by the POS system because they were found in the POS system as being sold. So like they weren't marked on the spreadsheet, but they were marked as sold via the POS system. And this is about $10,000 worth of Lego that basically were matched.
Huh.
She just said, huh.
See, and I don't know. Take anything happening from, let's see, sorry, I'm trying to do
She's
math
getting flush.
here. I don't know without being able to see all of the records. There is a possibility that the consignments were ended when I wasn't at work and I just didn't go through and pull them up. They didn't get put in the consignment ticket. I hadn't gone through those consignments in a couple of months. I hadn't gone through the inventory.
Well, that's theft.
Not by her hand, though.
No, it is. She's saying that she sold it and then didn't assign the consignment amount to the person who did consignment. That is...
No, she's saying she wasn't the one who was making the final, she wasn't at the store. She's saying someone else might have.
Is that what she said?
I think so.
I thought she said she just didn't log the consignment element of it. Like she sold
she's saying
the
an
set.
employer. She's saying a possibility is that an employee sold it, and she didn't.
Yeah, that's theft.
Yeah.
Ignorance of the law is not defense of it.
I'm just saying she didn't know. So maybe maybe the employee was another Neff brother.
No, dude, not the Neffs again. Okay.
Back room in a couple of months. So it is entirely possible there were sales that were finished that I never clocked as being finished. I don't know that without going through and actually seeing it.
But you're saying it's possible stuff was sold, not updated on this inventory list.
It's entirely possible that stuff did not get updated on my spreadsheet. I'm not gonna sit here and claim it's not possible. It's possible I missed things.
So where does this leave us? I know some people are jumping to conclusions here, but I must remind you that on the night of November 14th, 2024, Crystal Gorman was concerned about Brian
No,
getting...
she's saying she didn't catch up on her accounting. So they did pay
before
off.
she was forced out.
Yeah, so she's saying like they obviously did the payouts if they did finalize the sales, but it's not reflected on the spreadsheet.
Okay. I'm sorry, there's so much
You were just so
back
quick.
and forth.
Yeah, you should be sorry. You were so quick to blame the commies.
Listen, I just, the
You kinda-
U-Haul,
kinda pulled
do
the
you remember
trigger.
the U-Haul?
Kind of pulled the trigger fast on that.
Guys, remember the U-Haul?
Kind of pulled the trigger like you are one of the
I'm just doing a little
Neff.
back and forth. I'm just doing a little back and forth.
Yeah, kind of unnecessarily
For the sake
hostile.
of the content.
Just interesting.
paid or not getting paid.
Looking like a Pinkerton over here.
Not been paid his percentage yet.
Oh.
And if I don't have my tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
Oh.
Okay. So Crystal, ultimately, that's a business thing and not necessarily yours. Brandon will take, it's taking on the business, he takes on all that kind of side thing.
So obviously, one could see that and say she was intending to reconcile with Brian, maybe she hadn't gotten around to it, and of course, corporate will probably take a more cynical view of what she's doing by printing these receipts. But the point is, regardless of whose side you're on, I think we can all agree, there's a lot of weird stuff here on all sides, abnormal stuff. Sure.
I will be honest, I think this is like regular small business in a small town shit.
Yes. Yes.
Like you bust open the hood and look under like the average small business that is like a franchise or whatever under a much larger business, and you look at their accounting and you know the things that they're doing, and it's like probably is happening all the fucking time.
I mean, can I be honest?
What?
If I worked in a Lego store,
You'd be
I would go to
stealing
work.
Legos?
No.
Well, I
was gonna
you
say
are
I'd go to
Neff
work.
After all, so
No, I was gonna say I would go to work torched every day.
What do you mean?
I'd be absolutely stoned out of my gourd building
yeah.
Legos at the desk.
In a fucking small town too. You're
Yeah.
just like there's nothing else going
My
on.
spreadsheets would look really bad.
Maybe you can chalk some of this up to bad record keeping between the U-Haul, the layaways, the $20,000 in Lego sets that corporate called $2,000 to $5,000 that was there that night, the off-book deals. But even if we can't like fully know 100%, you know, what these weird things were about, I think they tell a story of what actually happened to Brian's collection. In a way, multiple people, I think...
So they all fucked them, piece by piece. Like, some of it was stolen and placed in a U-Haul van. Some of it was just like sold and never paid off.
It's like the end of Knives Out.
It turns out
everyone is guilty.
Everyone is involved, including the commies.
Wow. Well, I think the commies were probably just ripped out of their skull, it sounds like. They were probably stoned. And just really bad at spreadsheets.
What the fuck?
You're kind of right, kind of wrong. The Gormans were correct that more of that collection was there that night of the takeover than previously thought. But corporate also alleged that some of it was offsite, and that appears to be partly true, although some of that is disputed, and it looks like, you know, way more of the collection was sold and layawayed than Brian was paid for. But all in all, there's a lot less missing than many people think, especially if you're starting to...
Dude, what the fuck were they thinking, though? They're just, like, selling off someone else's merchandise without ever, you know, they're like, he'll die. He'll die. No one will come to collect. This guy looks sickly.
Well,
we'll just sell off his Legos? Like, the fuck?
I don't know, man. I think Coffee's gonna tell us.
All right, let's see.
Is $200,000. I estimated, and I must emphasize, estimated with bad records, that there's only about $10,000 to $20,000 in Lego that isn't explained by one of these sources. This isn't to say Brian's been fully compensated. Much of this, Brian wasn't paid for that I know of. So I estimate he's still out about $50,000 to $83,000 for Lego he wasn't compensated for. And I think honestly that's something that Bricks and Minifigs obviously should handle and make right. Regardless of what a franchisee does, the new one, the old one, the company behind it must stand behind their product, their service, and I can't imagine a better example of a company doing the opposite. Unfortunately, Bricks and Minifigs has chosen to deflect and dodge responsibility at most opportunities and created a really awful customer experience that has snowballed into this crazy series of events. But instead of taking accountability for that, they've taken an aggressive legal strategy, which I told them personally was a horrible idea.
By the way, do you know who has the opportunity to have some of the most inexpensive marketing in history on this?
What, Lego Corporation?
Exactly. If I was Mad Men, you know, marketing genius, I would tell them to go make a one-of-one, like, serialized set and give it to them and be like, we're gonna auction this off or something, or give them product, because then Lego comes out smelling like a daisy, where they're like, we protect our collectors, we love our community, here's a gift directly from Lego.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what the relationship is between Lego and Bricks and Minifigs in general.
And then they should bring back Bionicle.
Okay, that seems like a thing that you...
Whoa, I mean,
personally,
you disagree?
You just kind of added that on.
It's a double win.
Yeah.
As of writing this, Brian Mansell is being sued for $1.3 million as part of a legal campaign against him and Reckless Ben and any of the associates. Remember, Brian is the same guy who lost all these Legos at Bricks and Minifigs store. And I told the CEO and COO that's ridiculous and they should drop this. Look, mistakes have been made by plenty of people here, but there's a lot more people who have inflicted self-owns, the likes of which we've rarely seen, by just choosing the worst possible path at every fork in the road, no pun intended. But the best path to making things right, in my view, is by just making Brian whole and moving on. Drop the aggressive legal strategy. You are a Lego store at the end of the day. You are supposed to be about fun, not about a rerun of Suits. But anyways, that's my investigation. Those are my closing thoughts. And I knew I wanted to approach everyone involved in this whole story with my results and see what they thought to close things out. Does all that make sense?
Someone said, just like Breaking Bad, this story wouldn't exist if he had Medicare for all. True, he would have never had to sell his Lego set.
It's real.
That's crazy.
It's real.
So I guess it's good that we don't have Medicare for all, is what you're saying, right, Chatter? So that, you know, all these cool and wonderful heist stories and criminal enterprise, these are the types of things that take place in America, on American soil.
Wow.
Yeah. It makes us grind harder.
Sense to you, because I'm showing everyone in this story and saying, hey,
the thing
are
that
any of these
makes
numbers blowing your mind, or is any of this crazy to you?
No, it's not crazy. But what's crazy, again, like all the photo evidence that both sides have points to there being, sure, $20,000 worth of Lego of Star Wars Lego in the store that night, right? I don't know, man. I'm just like, can people understand maybe why there was some confusion and why there was some hesitation when somebody comes in and says, hey, you owe me $60,000 worth of product and Lego, and we go, we don't even know who you are. Like, yeah, Crystal mentioned something about consignment on her way out the door. And we go, sure, we'll get that figured out. But then the guy just walks in and demands $60,000 worth of Lego? Like, what am I supposed to do other than say, cool, show me, can you show me the proof?
The problem is there's so much of a dispute on the timeline, and this is what's going to make this story so hard to tell, is like, they say, you guys are unreasonable. They tried, and eventually they gave up. But they say they tried it. They were basically met with, like, unreasonable requests, things like that. So
verification, documentation, is that unreasonable, do you think?
Didn't they show proof?
I thought
well, I think they would say they provided the documentation, and you guys say you need more documentation. So I mean, that's kind of the
right. A spread, like, I understand, a spreadsheet and a contract are a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we never got that. That was never sent to us at corporate, by the way.
Y'all do have the spreadsheet though, yeah? Y'all have the spreadsheet.
That was shared online, but months after we asked for it.
It says I'm so confused. It says I'm on the file right now. It says storage used, owned by BAM Franchising Inc. Owner Salem.or bricksandminifigs.com.
What are you looking at?
It says owner Salem.or at bricksandminifigs.com. That's you guys. It says owned by BAM Franchising Inc. It says created September 6th, 2024.
Oh.
When I look at it, this is the Mansell list, I believe.
Oh. So this would have been created under, like, so we have the
McNeff's.
But y'all definitely have this. Y'all have access to this.
Well, I had no idea. Like,
oh no!
Oh, fucking God. So
McNeff's.
So regardless of like what kind of accounting error or clerical error that took place, it's very clear that they had sufficient evidence to look back at to figure out whether or not this dude had some Legos that he was owed, his own Legos, and these motherfuckers said no. You don't have evidence.
He got McFucked.
Perhaps assuming that the other side would not have anything beyond. By the way, it's not on the person who did the consignment to offer sufficient evidence. This is their back end stuff, right? And clearly they had it. They had the information on the back end. So they just did not want to fucking give this guy back his shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this is the first that anybody has shown me that a spreadsheet was created using, like, Bricks and Minifigs Salem, like, and all of this stuff was archived. This is the first I've seen that this spreadsheet was created by Crystal, and we don't know how accurate it is, how up to date it was. We don't know a lot of those types of things, and understand. I appreciate you sharing this with us because we had no idea. Again, you don't know what you don't know, and
I appreciate you sharing this with us, dog.
Brother.
It's your business email,
brother.
What do you mean? It's your store. It's your business
That's
email.
Crazy.
This makes no sense. Also, they provided sufficient proof of the consignment contract. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all they needed to do on their end. Like, I'm talking about the original owner of the Lego set. That's crazy.
You can't, like, we don't know everything, and we don't go, like, looking in every nook and cranny everywhere, like, we just don't know some of those things. So if that's there, we can now have our team go look for that.
When it comes right down to it, they're going to have to make a judgment call and say, who's telling the truth? The people who were taking all the pictures and say, and we couldn't take pictures of everything the night of, but we're being honest consistently, and the people who are saying, there was $5,000 there. Really? Like, that makes no sense. We've got the evidence, and yes, there's a discrepancy. We acknowledge we did not take pictures of everything, but does that mean that the
trust them
discrepancy
more.
is, oh, and therefore these missing, percentage, whatever that would be, 5%, is some magical other place? Or it was sitting there in the store and we didn't get pictures of it?
If I messed up,
explanation.
if I messed up on my record keeping, I will take accountability for that. It's possible. If my staff didn't draw attention that consignments had left out, so I'd move them to the thing. Any of that, I will take accountability to that.
She seems honest.
I am more than willing to do that.
A lot more than I could say about the dastardly Neffs.
Well, McNeffs.
Dastardly Neff family gingers who have very peculiar,
hard R on there,
villainous type of facial hair choice. Sported most commonly by villains.
Okay, all right.
Just saying.
I need Bam to show me those tickets.
As they promised to do.
I will sit down with Brian and talk this over and figure out what we missed and where it was missed and how it was missed and make that right with him.
I mean, that's new information no one's ever found out, so that's like awesome. They're gonna lose hundreds of millions of dollars because of their own wrongdoing. They're literally gonna destroy their entire company because they're this stubborn over maybe $20,000 worth of Lego.
Sure, I'll be keeping you in the loop with what
Nice. I'm excited. This was good work. My other final thoughts is, dude, you solved it, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, Brandon Best and Josh Johnson got fired. Bricks and Minifigs is suing Brian Mansell and Reckless Ben for over $1.3 million in damages.
Damn.
Yeah, which is,
crazy.
A restraining order is in effect against Reckless Ben to prevent him from speaking about Bricks and Minifigs. Also, the court system immediately siding with the corporation here.
Yeah.
Classic.
But, pause, Bricks and Minifigs will never recover.
I don't know. It depends on how. Have you talked to your nieces?
Well, they haven't watched the Reckless Ben videos.
I know,
They're
but when
too
they,
young.
I know, but when they show up and say Uncle Neff,
no,
dastardly.
I couldn't.
The dastardly Uncle Neff. Can we go to the Bricks and Minis store? I
couldn't.
Can we go to the Bricks and Minis
Unless
store?
I get a friends and family discount from the McNeffs.
Yeah, you're going there. You're trotting your ass down to the Lego store, and you're purchasing as many packs as you can. Just saying. The Gormans are suing Bricks and Minifigs. The lawsuit claims Brian's collection had an original aggregate value of around $250,000.
Wow. That's it. Whoa, what the fuck is that? Really?
Yeah, you didn't notice? Yeah, bro, that's how it is. Yeah.
Oh, it's so cozy.
I know. It was crazy. What the fuck is happening out there? All right, what are we doing? Where's March?